So finally undead. Because undead is something that I am using, so I can... So I have like not relations, like I know a little bit what the specific things are doing, what is good, what is bad, etc. On the others, I had to rely on what I read on the skills and also what some people told on Discord and here on chat. I tried some of them with contracting. For instance, when we done human, we tried the talent 1 with the contractee, and I realized that this is actually better than it looks on paper. Anyway, now let's go with undead. Undead. Oh, where do we start? Let's go with the Gargoyle. So, for a warrior, his HP is not that super. For a warrior, his HP is underwhelming. His attack damage is quite okay. His defense is quite okay. A little bit underwhelming, but quite okay. His attack speed is what makes him great. And he is all about attack speed. He is a warrior through and through. His first skill, increasing his attack speed by 400%, and he already has a good attack speed. And also speed by 200%, and each attack deals critical damage. So this means his attack speed is already high. You give him even more attack speed, and every attack deals critical damage for the next 3.5 seconds. So his damage actually matters. This already looks good. This already looks decent. He dish out a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he's a little bit squishy. Even though his defense is almost average, his HP is actually not that average. Then he has talent 1. Each attack has 20% chance to deal 400% damage. The thing is, it also works with this. So, he attacks super fast. Every attack is a crit. He attacks fast and 20% chance that it deals 400 damage. So, crit, and then 400 damage, crit, boom. So he has a really high DPS. Let's go for the third talent, increasing 20% attack speed, even more. Gain 20% rage points for every unit kill. And here we have it, for instance. This guy is super good against summonings. If you summon something, he kills it, 20% rage points up, boom. And has third talent, increasing attack by 20%. Yes, gain 50% damage reduction, and any attack gain a 50% lifesteal bonus when Fury Blow is used. Okay, wow, I didn't have this on my mind. Also, keep in mind, guys, if you go, no, not world. Oh, why do I misclick this every time? If you go on stage, oh, come on. You always have to also think the lineup perks in mind. If you go for 5 nature, 5 demon, 5 undead, 5 heroes, right? Collect your career card to what? I will, why so vicious? I will. So, look at this. Undead has a lifesteal perk. Keep this in mind. This is why demonic wants to last. They have 30% HP plus, right? Humans want to burst, they have 15% crit. And undead, they have lifesteal, they want to sustain as well. But other kind of sustain, not like demonic. Demonic want more to tank, last the fight longer. Undead want just to sustain for a longer time. And humans want to poof, burst. So this is why I told you it's a more like a rock, paper, scissors thing. Humans are weak against demonic. Demonics are weak against undead. Undeads are weak against humans. Because humans burst down undead. Undead sustain the demonic. And the demonic prolong the human. Like the human burst don't really bother the tanky demonic. Okay, so let's get back. So keep this in mind, right? Keep this in mind. Where are we? Yeah, because why are so vicious, we're now making Undead tier list. This is why I'm going to collect everything in game after this. And doing like other stuff. I haven't even collected my thingy here with 8 million whatever. Okay. So Gargoyle. So keep in mind, he already has lifesteal if you put him in a lifesteal lineup. You always have to keep this in mind. Like I keep this in mind with also with the demonic units and also with the human units. I kept this a little bit in mind. So now he gains 50% damage reduction, which is not that great because he doesn't really need the tankiness because he is already squishy. So giving 50% more reduction is just, yeah, it's somehow it makes his weakness not that weak, but it's still a weakness. You know, I never like it when the third skill is offsetting his weakness to be not that big of a weakness, but just a little bit smaller weakness, but it's still a weakness. It would be so much better if this would add up more damage or attack speed even, you know. And the lifesteal bonus is actually pretty neat. So when he attacks his Fury Blows, he also have lifesteal. He attacks super fast, so he lifesteals. He is super good. And since he crits a lot, because 3.5 seconds crits, his lifesteal is even bigger. And every attack has a chance to deal 400 damage, which means his lifesteal is bigger. So this is why he is really good against tanks. But like I said before, even 50% damage reduction don't help against burst. So overall, he is a pretty decent unit actually. I haven't I only used him at the beginning, but I had to evaluate, okay, what do I really need, and I hadn't had him to be level 120 yet. So now with the Stallion 3, I have to admit he looks a little bit better, but it's still, he is squishy. He is a squishy DPS. He is good. He is good. If he can survive, he's good. But it's a big if. If he can survive. Everything that bursts him down. Also the problem is you can't lifesteal out of shields. But overall, he's a decent A tier. He is a decent A tier. Yeah, I like him. He is strong, really strong. His attack speed is insane. If you go with even attack speed gear on him, it's really good. Like his basic attacks also life stealing. And overall, pretty good damage, I have to admit. Pretty good damage. Like Undead already looking good. Because look at this, here we had the Magic Eye as a C tier, here we had the Royal Guard as a D tier. Even though the Royal Guard just destroys ranged units. But it's like way too situational. This guy, overall, pretty good, pretty good. Now we go with, oh, okay, I said every unit has a trash tier unit. Okay, so, how do I say this? I love and hate Necro Dragon. Let's put them in C tier. Let's continue. No. JK. Why? Why did I put Necro Dragon already in C tier before even checking his skills? First of all, I already know his skills. Second of all, let's go through his stats. So, Necro Dragon's attributes. Archer, so DPS. Average HP. His damage is not good, but yeah, actually not good for damage dealer. But it's not that bad because you're going to see his attack speed is what matters with this guy. His defense is not good, so he is not as squishy, but yeah, he's a ranged DPS. So why does his attack doesn't matter and attack speed matters? So first of all, it all comes down to his first skill. So we're going to see the Dragon Breath after the first skill. So first of all, he gaining 3% attack speed. I think that's already implemented. Grant target a stackable Necromark upon hit, which makes them receive 20% more damage from Necro Dragons. If the same target is not attacked after 3 seconds, all Necromarks are lost. So what you want to do is, you want to attack one unit. So the thing is, you attack him, 20% more damage, 40% more damage, 60% more damage, 80% more damage, 100% more damage. So now you're dealing 26,000 damage of your damage, right? Which sounds good. But the thing is, you just realize it takes a little while. It's stackable, And his stats are not, again, they're not bad, but they're also not good. So everyone that can burst them down will burst them down. And he again has like the sustain. So if you fight against a super big tank and you have a good sustain tank that life leeches every time, then your Necro Dragon, super good. You just wait, you wait, you wait, you wait, and if the stacks becomes 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, apparently you Necro Dragon hitting for 100k every time. 100k, 200k, boom, boom, boom. So the longer the fight goes, the better it's for him. So this means, again, good against Demonic. Demonic has a lot of good tanks. He is good against tanks, good against Demonic. But why is he on C tier? Let's continue the skills and then I'm going to tell you why he's on C tier. So exhale a poisonous breath to damage all enemies units in line. And gets up to 5 shocks towards them. Each shock damages them for 60% attack power and grants them a stack of Necroman. So it's actually basically making 5 Necro stacks and also 60% attack power. Which is not that great, but with Necro stacks, it's quite okayish. It's what you need to get someone down with, not with damage reduction, but you can survive fatal blows. So he's like small, you hit him, he regenerating, you hit, regenerating, you hit a little bit stronger, but it's always like almost like this threshold. And even if you hit, he's like boop, fatal blow. But here, Dragon Breath, it's like da 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 da. Okay, the third is special ability, being hit grants him 70% chance to mark the attacker with a stackable Necro Mark. So this is like kind of it's making his weakness not as weak, but still, so he getting jumped on. Someone is attacking him, he getting the mark. But the thing is, you don't want the Necro Dragon to being hit, actually. So it's okayish. It helps. But this is good. Grant 20% attack and a 3-hit strike. So every 3 seconds he strikes 3 times. This works wonders with this talent, Necro Dragon. The only problem is it takes a while. His damage in the beginning is not great. If you really need a really high stack, and even with this talent it takes a while. This is why he alone, it's not good. But I'm still going to actually put him on B tier, not C tier. Oh shit, what did I done? Oh, wait a second. There we go. Necro Dragon. So the good thing though is that one Necro Dragon stacks and the other Necro Dragon stacks, it's stacked. So if one attacks, one more gets up. If the other attacks, one more gets up. And now imagine having 3 Necro Dragons in your backline. Tanks are going to melt down. Physically, mentally, and you know what I mean. Tanks are going to melt down. You are going to get 100 stacks so fast that you dishing out so much damage, tanks that they don't have a chance. Tank's dead. You have a tank, tank dead. Really good. Really good. But yeah, having only one of them, really bad. Having 2, 3 of them is good. By the way, why would you want 3 of them? Well, you actually want, like, it would be nice to have like 3 of a unit to have like this. Attack power, HP power. I mean, you could also try to run 5 Necro Dragons. The only problem is they are super squishy, so you know. But that's a meme build. You just can have fun, because if they're getting attack, they also give a stack. But yeah, don't run 5 dragons. But 3 would be actually pretty good. Okay, now let's continue. The undead. Now we're going towards the mummy. So I saw someone running 4 mummies and 1 undead knight, and that was actually crazy. The mummy. The mummy is a warrior, so DPS, but he is more of a supporter. He has more of the support role. His HP is quite good. His damage is, yeah, okay. His defense is, his attack speed is, but it's okay. So he has this Toxfit's Insuperance. Spirit a gust of poisonous wind per 2 seconds to stun surrounding enemies for 0.8 seconds over the next 5 seconds. So what he does is follows. He activates it, everyone is stunned for 0.8 seconds. After 2 seconds, everyone is stunned for 0.8 seconds. After 2 seconds, everyone is stunned to 0.8 seconds. It's actually pretty good if you want enemies to stop using their rage skill. Perfect. They want to use their rage skill, stun. I'm not sure if it's working in the rage skill, but yeah, actually it does. They're using the rage skill, stun. He's like, silence. I can't speak, so you can't speak. I said, I can't speak, so you can't speak. Okay. Then his talent. Create a toxic swamp with a radius of 250 yards around, damaging enemies within 60 attack power per second. So this is actually something that is like, meh. I mean, it's okay. You just damage enemies. You stun them and you also damage them. Yeah. Let's continue. Preferably attack range enemies, increasing speed and attack speed by 20%. This is actually pretty good. So he going for the back line. Stunning them. Using this toxic swamp because it's mad damage, but backliners don't have so much HP most of the time. So he stunned them, they can't use their super special range super ability. And also going towards the enemy backline. Also, I just realized yeah, that this is actually displayed in the stats. Okay, so it is this way. It's only the 3rd skill, it's not. Yeah, and talent 3 overall makes him just a little bit more tanky, a little bit more damaging. So he's more of a supporter role, not as much as anything else. He's looking good. But actually not that great now that I think about this. So I actually thought he would be better. He's a tanky Ceciler. He's a tanky Ceciler, but that's it. Stun is good. It's like, it's good stun. Actually, the stun is really good. It's like 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. So 2.4 for maybe even 2 members, 3 members. I'm not sure. I mean, he's not as bad as the Necro Dragon. I would actually say he's the same as the Gargoyle. Like, he's not bad, but he's actually also not that good. Right? Okay, let's take the next one. Okay, here I think I'm going to be a little bit biased. Sorry to tell you this already, but I'm going to tell you this already. I love this guy. He is in my line. He is in my... oh, not world. He is in my lineup. I'm using him together with this as well. Yeah, as you can see, I have even 6-star him. This is my boy. So, if you... I try to be neutral as possible, but I already tell you, I'm probably going to be a little bit biased about him. So, why do I like this boy? First of all, as you can see his stats, so he's a warrior. As you can see his stats, his HP pool is, again, it's not good. It's not good. His damage though is insane. 17k. Who has 17k? You know? Besides of like this guys. But only a few people. I mean, this one is also like, this is human. He's an SSS tier. Or SS? What was it? SS. Oh, Magician SSS. Yeah. So, other than this, so let's go. His HP is humongous strong. His defense is meh. His attack speed is normal, like average. Okay, let's go. His Bloodthirst. He's getting 100% attack speed and lifesteal bonus. Also, he's control immune and has a shield that offsets 2 fatal attacks, lasting for 6 seconds. So he activates it just before he dies. He can't be CC'd. He has attack speed, so he attacks even fast, and regenerating him back. And also, he still can't get burst down because he offsets 2 fatal attacks. So you can't be CC'd, you can't be fatal attacked, but your attack speed increasing with a high damage, and you get lifesteal. So you heal yourself back again. Then his talent 1 blows my mind. Increase the critical rate by 10% and attack speed by 5% per sec every 10% HP loss. So, you're getting low, you're activating your ability, you can't be CC'd, you can't be killed, you attack fast and you regenerate. While you're attacking fast, your critical rate increases. If you have only like below 9% HP, your critical rate will increase to 90%. Which means you crit almost like every hit, since you hit also twice a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know? You get us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, something like this. You crit. Then, not only that your attack speed increases from your skill, but also this increases your attack speed as well. So you get up to 45% more attack speed. So you're attacking even faster, healing even faster back up. You don't want to know how many times I already saw my Undead Warrior getting almost dead, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, who's killing all the enemies with a full HP Undead Warrior? Then we go with talent 2. Perfect. Like, I love it. I love when units have a really good synergize. I love it when units have a really good synergize. But don't worry, I'm not going to praise him only. You're going to see I'm going to go down on him on the next talent. So, let's go. So, I love it when skills synergize well, and his talent 2 does synergize well. First of all, it increases attack, yeah. Each attack has 30 chance to deal a critical strike and also gain lifesteal. Okay, wait a second. Each attack has 30% chance. You're already attacking super fast. You already have a high crit rate and lifesteal. You attack super fast and then you crit again because you critical strike you crit for 200 damage. So it's not only your crit rate is there, but you now also have a 30% chance to crit. So basically, if you're on a low threshold, you crit every time. You crit every time. If you crit, you get lifesteal. Also here, you get lifesteal while getting lifesteal. If you have 5 undead units in your party, you get a faction bonus of, you guessed it, yes, lifesteal. Also 30% damage. So far, so good. So far, so good. So his HP, not that great. He still can be burst down. This is why undead are weak to humans. Humans are burst. But undeads are good to demonic. So, and this is why he is. This is over the top. It looks like he's a warrior, and he is a warrior, but he actually is a tank. You have him as a tank. This is your real undead tank. I think undeads don't have a tank, even if they oh no, okay, they have, but yeah, this is actually your tank. You dealing damage to him, he heals it back again, he deals back to you. You deal damage to him, he heals back again, it deals damage to you. So he has really high damage. Like, this damage stat is also really good. Really high damage. He just almost can't be killed. That's it. The only problem is, and I told that I love synergy. I mean, it's not that bad as others, but this is situational. So, first of all, increase attack by 20%, which is super good, but there we go. Restore 30% of max HP and rage for every enemy kill. So first of all, it only procs if you kill an enemy, but if you kill an enemy, you are already an advantage. You see my point? Okay. But this is humongous good against summonings. You get a summoning, you kill him, you get more rage, your rage meter fills up, your max HP fills up. Like, they dealing damage to you, you're life stealing a little bit, you're killing one, boom, max HP, like 1/3, boom, healed. Rage, boom. Rage means more attack bonus, more lifesteal, boom, against rage. Offsets to fatal attack, lasting 6 seconds. By the way, this lasts for 6 seconds, which is insane. Because after 6 seconds, you're going to get rage super fast anyway, because you get on like the second minion on the threshold. So, I'm not going to put him on SSS tier, no. I'm also hesitant actually to put him on SS tier. But I will. He is just good. He's just good. He just don't die. Okay, I'm going to show you my rankings. My rankings right now are not that great because I didn't like focus on the floor. Now I can like dish out the floor even higher. But yeah, my rankings. I think ranked 150, something like this. That's not me, but still. So when other had like 150k power, 160k power, I was there. There was like 150, 160, 150, 140, 160. Then you saw me, 90, 160, 170, 140, 130. I was 90k power. I had super low power. Why did I manage to get on such a high floor? And by the way, if you're now watching this and like, wait, it is not on high floor, 170, I'm further. You have to consider 2 things in mind. First of all, I started the game really late. Second of all, I am free to play player. Yeah. And like I told you before, this is not the real number. I'm going to get to 200 pretty easy, pretty soon. Yeah. I mean, having here a lot of things, having here a lot of things. Yeah. a lot of things like smithy. I haven't even bothered with crafting suits, but I have a lot of the stones and whatever. But doesn't matter. Let's continue the tier list. Let's not talk about me. Okay, let's go for the next one. 200 is going a wall super hard. Yeah, someone told me for undead 200 is pretty strong. Let's see. Let's see. But we're going to see this actually together, because after this undead tier list, I'm actually going to continue streaming, so we can watch this together, how I get to 200 and beat it. But for now, let's continue the tier list. Now we go with the Devil Prince. He is praised by so many, and I'm like, I mean, I have him in my team. I don't understand the praises. So let's go. He is a warrior. His HP stat is average. His damage for a DPS warrior, average. His defense, average. His skill though is pretty good. Pretty good. He charges fearlessly forwards, knocking enemies back in the path and stun them for 1 second, damaging them for 400 attack power while gaining a bonus of 50% speed and attack speed. So the thing is, what he is good for is isolating enemies. So you have this this shape, right? Ranged, melee, ranged, melee, ranged. If melee goes on him, if it like this, if it's 3 melee, it's even better. The more melee, the better. They focusing on him. He charging and putting him somewhere over the ocean. Now everyone else can focus on weak ranged, and then go towards the tanks. So he's like, hey tanks, come with me, I want to go with you for a ride. I have lollies and candies, you know? This is kind of this Devil Prince. So this is actually pretty good. Also stunning them for 1 second. So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's good. I like it. I like it. Then the second one. I mean, okay, his like attack speed. I mean, yes, making him a little bit stronger. Yeah, damaging for 400% attack. It sounds good, but this is not such a high attack. Like having like this 400 attack. Oof. Yeah. Okay, the third one. Gain 30% more critical rate, and each critical strike gains a bonus for lifesteal. So this is actually pretty necessary because of his charge. If he wouldn't have something like this, his charge would be, you know? So, he charging, he taking them with the right, and then he attacking them, have a higher crit rate, so he crits them, and gets lifesteal. The thing is, he has to crit. He has actually only 30% more critical rate, but it's still only 30% more. So if we just take it this bluntly, it takes 3 seconds until he gets 60% lifesteal of an attack that is actually not that strong. Then his talent 2 increases critical damage by 100. This synergizes really good with this one, because your crit rate gets higher, but now your crit damage is actually even stronger. And every 4th attack, pam, the next attack will be a critical. So this means, even though, so it still takes a while, right? He hits, crit, right? 4th attack. And then we have the talent 3, gaining 50% chance to deal true damage, ignoring armor and damage reduction for 250 attack power. It would be really good if his attack speed would be good, but it's only 15% chance. The cool part is it's ignoring armor and damage reduction. So the thing is, if you land a crit together with this talent, you're taking the tanks with you, you're fighting against the tanks, and then you have like this ignoring armor and armor reduction. So overall, his spell synergizes well. The only problem is his low attack speed doesn't actually contribute this much to this much to this, and this much to this. His low attack as well. So he is not bad. he isolating the tanks, and he has sustainability, right? And also, again, something that's good against tanks. The only problem is, it's situational. What if the enemy has only DPS? They burst you down. Like, okay, you're taking 2 DPS with you. Then you want to attack them, but before you land your 3rd attack, you're dead. Before you activate your talent, which ignores armor. So this is why this guy, he's really good, but not good. He's... Wow, you know what? I just realizing. I'm actually going to put him on 8 here. Hate me or not for this. He's way stronger than Undead Warrior. No. 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 Undead Warrior don't rely on like on damage reduction. Undead Warrior has a ton more damage, which will off heal him. Undead Warrior have a constant heal, while he has a sporadic heal. So before he is good against tanks. He's really good against tanks. But other than this, no. He taking him with you, and he just heals himself up. And then he is control immune. So if he gets bloodthirst first, this don't even do anything to him. The only reason Undead Warrior is higher than Gargoyle is the CC immunity. Yeah, CC immunity is incredibly good. And offsets 2 fatal attacks for someone who wants to sustain. But yeah, Devil Prince, actually I see him in the tier of Gargoyle, to be honest. Against tanks? Yes, against tanks he is gorgeous. But overall... Devil has 13k DPS with an attack speed of 1, right? This guy has 17,000 DPS, so almost 4,000 more. That is almost one third of his attack. Plus increasing attack speed, attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. Here we don't have this. Here we just have crit chance, which he also has. So overall, Undead Warrior is just the better version of Devil Prince. And Devil Prince against Gargoyle as well. Gargoyle's damage is even higher with a higher attack speed. So in terms of DPS, Gargoyle is superior than the Devil Prince. The same goes with Undead Warrior. So no, Devil, he doesn't have good DPS. He is good against tanks. Really good. So this means, again, rock, paper, scissors. Undead beats Demonic. Demonic have a lot of tanks. Demonic have a lot of damage reduction skill builds. He is good against damage reduction skill builds. He takes a tank with you and he's happy. But other than this, no. So he's actually, I would say, he's on a stone with Gargoyle Mami. And I have him in my team. And I use him in my team. But yeah, even though he is... what level do I have him in my team, by the way? 90. Does he have his skill on 90? Not yet, right? No. Wait, but 120 also doesn't have his skill. I mean, let's just go for a boss. I mean, I have like still this thing, and you will see what I mean. So as you can see, he fights. You see a tank, then he takes the tank with him. Okay, he doesn't take it with him. He dies. Yeah, right now I have like my AFK skill tree with me, not my fighting skill tree. But yeah, you get, you know, you understand this, right? Stars are the biggest factors? What stars? Oh yeah, 5, 6, yeah, of course. But I'm now actually looking for just a 5-star, 5-star. Like, of course, like this tier list again. This tier list is not for the end game. It is for actually early game where everyone still can decide what faction do they want to go, and getting a 5-star lineup unit or getting a 5-star unit is actually pretty easy. Almost everyone can get from the first four a 5-star unit, and I would say maximum 4 days if they play okay-ish. Even right now, for 2 equal units, you would choose Devil Prince every 9 out of 10 times. Everyone has his preferable, but like I told you before, I'm now looking stats and skills, and the Devil Knight, he is situational. He is good against tanks, but overall he is actually lacking on DPS, and his attack speed is also not great. He has a CC of 1 second. Undead Warrior, way more damage. I mean, you see this, right? You see the same as I see, right? It's 5-star, 5-star, 17,000 damage, 13,000 damage, and he overall has even more crit than this guy. Anyway, let's continue. I mean, everyone has his own opinion, and I appreciate that you also write down. But it would be like, it's also nice that you write down your opinion. It would be just also cool if you would say why. For instance, you just said he's higher DPS, but we just saw that he's not higher DPS. I mean, maybe Devil Prince against Gargoyle, you know, you're attacking, you're stunning him, you heal yourself, but it's not like this versus this. It's not like Devil Prince versus Gargoyle fighting against each other. You always have to see the big picture. Why do you want to use this? In what constellation you want to use this? What faction it is. For instance, if you have 5 units faction, which means they're getting 30% more damage and 15% lifesteal. Again, 30% damage is good on him, but let's take Gargoyle. So it benefits him a little bit more. But the lifesteal is a good factor, which means the Gargoyle is going to lifesteal way faster and better because his attack speed is just insane than the Devil Prince. So let's continue now. Let's continue. Let's go into the Hell Mage. Now let's see. Hell Mage. Pretty decent HP for a backliner. Yeah, average. Actually, a little bit better. So a little bit better than average HP. A little bit better than average defense. High DPS. 16.5 is pretty high. I mean, Wild So Vicious, you understand? Do you like you don't have to agree with me, but do you understand like my point as well? Okay. So Hell Mage. Let's see. So first of all, stat wise, over average, which is already good. Good start. Okay, summon a rain of 20 meteors over the area ahead. Each meteor dealing AoE damage for 100% attack power. You now think, yes, it means 2000 attack power, but no, it's not like this. In total, if it hits everything, yes, but I run even 2 Hell Mages in my lineup, or I had run 2 Hell Mages in my lineup. Not every meteor is going to hit. But if it hits, it's also an AoE, which is, again, it's super good against summonings. Hell Mage against summonings, really good. Otherwise, it's still good. It's still quite good of damage. Out of this 20 meteors, you can be sure that at least, I don't know, 10 meteors will hit. So this is 1000 attack power AoE, which means it might even hit multiple times. So this already make him really good, make him really strong. Meteor shower, strong. Overall, he's a little bit more sustainable, has a lot of damage, and with a lot of damage, even more damage. Now let's see, increasing it about 20%, that's really good. Throw an enhanced firebomb ahead that explodes and damage all enemies for 300% attack power in the area of the effect. So every 5 seconds, you also, boom, making 300 attack power. On paper, this sounds really good, but it's actually okay. Again, AoE attack, amazing against summonings. Like Hellmage against Wizards, Hellmage 1, the Wizard 0. Even right now for 2 equals, oh never mind. But other than this, in the 5v5 with a normal lineup, this is okay. I mean, he is high damage, and this makes his damage even higher, or his damage output. Okay, it's not amazing, it's okay. Now let's go for 3. Increase HP by 20% and refresh cooldown of Firebomb for every unit killed. Boom! If you're struggling against summonings, Hellmage is your boy. You're going 300 attack power. Boom, with already high attack damage. Enemy dies, like a small summoning dies. You can do this again. Boom. Small enemy dies. You do this again. Boom. So if there are a lot of small enemies, you're just constantly fireballing them. Also, now let's go to the talent 3. Enemy attacked by Hellmage will get burned for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And it will explode if it dies in this period, causing an AoE damage for 300% attack power. So, you attack with a fireball. Everyone is burned. Every small minion is burned. You kill a minion. It explodes. Everyone getting attacked for 300 attack. Your talent 2 reset talent 1, which makes you deal, boom, damage, attacking everyone. Everyone is burned. Someone dies. So your Hellmage is practically your, it's like a cleaner. He cleans summonings. So against summonings, he's above as S tier. Summonings, take Hellmage, and summonings don't have a chance. Summoning builds. I saw on Discord someone posted a photo with I think 2 wizards, and they had like 20 little imps running around them. Yeah, 2 wizards against 2 Hellmages. Bye bye wizards. Okay, let's see the spy effect, right? The spy effect that he's good against this. Overall, he's also quite okay. He has a good damage, good meteor power. His sustain. Every 5 seconds, even more damage. Talent 2 not really proccing and a decent fight. This also not proccing in a decent fight. So, oof. That's a really hard decision. That's a really hard decision. That's a really hard decision. So as you can see, yes, I'm running 2 of them. Right? I'm running 2 of them. Let me just switch this for a second. I just want to see his attack proc one time. Okay, so you can see this is the meteor, and you saw the area of effect is big, but a lot of the meteors didn't hit. So he good against a lot of enemies. He good against crowded enemies. He's good, let's say for example, in a synergy. You know, if you want, like, if you don't go into full 5 undead, for instance, Newfed, that putting everything in one space, and then this guy. Although his meteor will, yeah, some of them won't hit anyway. So, I'm actually struggling. I mean, I even have him 6-star, you know, but like level 90 yet. And he is like not weak. It is good, especially like on higher stats and stuff like this. But, oh boy. He is like, oh my. Overall, I have to admit he is not that great. I will put him in S tier, but I'm going to write them down. He is S tier, but against summonings, he's SSS. Oh, situational. Oh, I'm so sad actually myself. I still like Helmage. I'm still going to probably keep him, but oh, I just myself realizing he's not that great. Ouchie. Okay, let's continue. Now we're talking. Now there's going to be like every race has one SSS, right? Let's actually see if we are going to have 2 SSS here in Undead. I'm still not sure, but let's see. Okay, we have Lich. For a mage, his HP is humongous. It's the same as wizards. Look at this. Where is she? Where is she? Wizard, wizard, wizard. Look at this. 400k. For a ranged mage, this is superb. This is super good. This is bonkers. His damage is really high as well. His defense, yes, is average. So his damage, huge. I mean, he is DPS, but still, really good damage also for DPS. His HP, really good for a backliner. Really good. Okay, let's go. Create an area of frost ahead, damaging enemies there for 300 attack power and slowing the speed and attack speed by 20%. So what you are doing is actually, first of all, you're making them slower so that enemies that want to run towards the backline are going to be slowed. Also, the attack power and his attack is already strong, so his attack power is really good. And also, the attack speed for 4 seconds is also reduced, which means the damage that the enemy is doing is less. Okay, each attack gains a 50% chance to freeze the target for 3 seconds. So you created frost air ahead and then you attack. Bam, bam, bam. So each attack gains a 50% chance to freeze the target. Sounds okay-ish, but not that great. But now let's read the second one. Basic attacks deal damage to all enemies in line. Now we're talking. So, area of frost ahead. Everyone getting damaged and slowed. Then your attack is in line, so you're hitting 2-3 enemies in good case. Worst case 1 enemy, but most of the time probably 2 enemies. Which means each attack gets a 50% chance, but if you're hitting like 2 enemies, you basically have 100% chance to freeze one target for 3 seconds. This Frost Nova lasts for 4 seconds. Your attack speed is 1 per second, but you probably have like the attack animation, so you're probably going to attack 3 times. So basically you freezing at least up to 9 seconds. That's insane. Let's go for talent number 1. Gain 20% chance to freeze the target for up to 2 seconds upon hit. So this works as well with this together. So you actually now don't only have 50% chance, but you have 70% chance during the duration of Frost Nova, and then 20% chance on normal attacks, which is going to be even higher, right? 17, 14, 21. So you, oh, wow, that's actually huge. That's actually huge. Wow. You can freeze them so many times now. Now, let's go to the second talent. So, you're already freezing them. This gives you more attack power while he's already has a super strong attack. And deal extra 100 damage to frozen targets. And we just realized that you can freeze the enemies quite reliably. And I'm running Lich in my team, and I can admit, yes, I'm freezing enemies reliably. So now they taking even more damage with his high damage already. Now let's go for the fast one, gain HP. So this is why he's so tanky a little bit, increasing Lich attack by 50% for 20 seconds whenever a frozen enemy falls. This again is like, it's like almost like Hellmage, but it's better. So first of all, Lich attack by 50% for 20 seconds, which means this is also good if you just have a line of 5v5 and then one of you and one of him dies and you have 4v4. Now you have 20 seconds. 20 seconds in the fight is like almost permanent. So you can basically say it's permanent 50% attack after an enemy dies. But it really becomes permanent when you fight against summonings. So he is not only super strong, he is even a higher upgraded version of the Hellmage. He is most definitely, without a doubt, SSS. Imagine having two of them as well, because it says for 20 seconds whenever frozen enemy falls. So you freeze, the other Lich freezes, you freeze, the other Lich freezes. By the way, deal 100% extra damage to frozen targets. So if the other Lich freezes and you attack, it freezes, doing more damage. So yeah, Lich, no doubt, SSS. Now we go for the Black Robe. I don't have him, but I want him so bad. My dream constellation would be 3 Black Robes and 2 Liches. I would be happy. So, let's go. First of all, he's a warrior. For a warrior, he is pretty damn tanky. He has a lot of HP. For a warrior, it's not a tank, it's a warrior. Good HP. His damage for a warrior is actually average. It's not that great, but it's also not bad. It's 90k. It's actually it's over the average, you know. His defense is a little slightly over average. So stat-wise, he's more of a tanky damage dealer, you know. But it's not the stats that's making him huge. And I really want Black Robe. Oh, it would make PvE so much easier. Not PvP. Well, also PvP, but PvE rather, you know, because then you can just roll the dice and if you're lucky, easy wave clearing. Okay, let's continue. So first of all, his Dark Path. Dark Path, the damaging surrounding enemies for 300 attack. His attack is decent, so 300 attack power is good. I would actually love to see 400 attack, but you're going to see why Black Robe is actually not about attack stat. You're going to see it. So attack power with a 15% chance to kill them. So you making AoE damage. Boom. Now you have 15% chance to kill. It's AoE, by the way. 50% chance to kill. So it's not only 50%, but with 2 enemies, it's 30, 45, that one is going to fall. 60, you know? I mean, yes, you can't like count this up, but it's like on average, you know? So unless their max HP is above Black Robe's 1600 1600 attack power. You know what? Let's actually take out the calculator and let's run the numbers. 1600 times 18903. So it's going to be 30 million. Wait, I am dumb. You didn't saw this, la 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 la. You didn't saw this. Oh, it's times 16. 302,000. Yeah, percent thinking. So 302,000, which means this won't kill tanks. Unfortunately, who's going to be surrounding you in the beginning are kind of tanks, but still, you're dealing quite some damage. Also 300k. Actually, even some tanks are not that above 300k after they're getting like a little bit hit, you know? Because you don't activate like the rage immediately, but the fight goes on first. Okay, and then he has a passive to gain a 7% chance to secure the target upon hit. This means you attack them and you have a 7% chance to kill them. So this is why, yeah, it's just your passive. It's just your passive. And this also works against tanks. So you're dealing this, trying to kill them, and then you attack. Unfortunately, you like 7% is actually not great at all. But it's still an attack chance, which means if the fight goes for a long time, you are in favor. Because at some point, the 7% are going to proc. Now let's go to the talent 1, which I love. So it summons a mummy. I'm not sure if it summons the hero mummy. If it summons the hero mummy, then I want Black Robe as bad as I don't know. So if it's just a mummy, then it's still okay, because so it caps at 5 summons, which means 5 summonings at the same time for 1 Black Robe, each with 20% of Black Robe's HP. His HP pool is good, so the HP of Black Robe is the mummies is still quite good, and 40% of Black Robe's attack. That's actually not that great, because Black Robe's attack, it's not over average. It's like it's good, but it's not like humongous. So 40% of Black Robe's attack is also like, yeah. But they actually meet for the frontliner. He just summonings them. Okay, go somewhere there. So so he summons the mummy to help fight for every enemy kill. So again, wait, does it mean he only summons one if he kills someone? Wait a second. So here I would really like to, if someone in the chat have Black Robe, does he summons the mummy on his own, or really is it just after kill? If it's after kill, it's again huge against summonings. It looks like per kill. Okay, so this talent is rather good against summonings, or if his Dark Lord proc. So this is why it's somewhat situational again, you know. Let's go to the talent 2. Gain 20 bonus attack, 20 HP and 20 critical rate. I'm actually not happy about this. Yes, this makes his stats looking better, right? More attack, more HP, more critical rate. But what you actually would like to see from him is something like attack speed to get like this set kill targets to then proc the talent 1. Oof. I have to admit, and before I've done this, I actually thought I would be like, wow, Black Robe is the best unit. But now, oh, let's see what the last skill is. I mean, he's Okay, gain 50% attack and 100% life steal for 5 seconds. and surely survive in the next 2 seconds when HP gets below 30%. But it only can be triggered once per wave. So what he gets is, if he getting burst down, so someone wants to no, this was not it. Wait, where is he with the 1000? Oh, it was this guy. Okay, let's say someone wants to flame blade him for 500 attack power, right? And just want to eliminate him immediately. If he's falling below 30 HP, boom, it's triggering. He surely survives in the next 2 seconds, so he don't die. His attack is like increasing and lifesteal is increasing. So basically you can say this is a second life. This is like, oh, you're going to die? Oh, I'm going to heal you, you know? Heal myself. So it's like a second life. But I'll be honest, if this happens, then it's not good. It's not looking good for you, you know? Because if it happens once, it's probably going to happen twice. Oh, okay, I have to admit, I actually thought Black Robe would be OP, superb, super the best dude ever, but now that I'm doing this and I'm checking his abilities, don't get me wrong, he's good against summoning, he's good against tanks. He's also has at least one survival way against burst, and his HP pool is really good. He is melee though, keep this in mind. He looks OP for clearing stages since you can just brute force. Yes, exactly. So for PvE, Black Robe, oh my god, because you just started. Okay, 7% chance. Oh, it didn't proc the boss. Okay, let's start this again. Oh, it didn't proc. Okay, let's start this again. Oh, it procced. Wow, I beat stage 457. Like, with the well unlimited fights. He also doing well in Inferno. Like here as well, you know? You challenge, it doesn't work. You try again. You challenge, it doesn't work. You try again. You challenge, it works. But somewhere where you have to rely on it, like Arena, not that great. So I would actually say he's really good against summonings again. Really good against summonings, and Demonic has a lot of summonings. But he's not as great as I thought. So the Lich here is actually superb. The Lich is the way to go. The Lich is the way to go. So I mean, yeah, 15% chance against summonings, that's actually really good. And then the getting killed, so you get your mummies out. But if you, he would be SSS. But since he's still a little bit situational, and yeah, he's not as great as Lich. Lich, like every faction has one guy that is just superior. Here we have Talos and the Pirate King is okay. Here we have Wizard and the Cassio is okay. Here we have Lich and the Black Robe. But still, I'm not finished yet. So let's actually see if Undead Warrior really can compete. Otherwise I have to put everything down. Also, I realized that every faction so far had an S tier that is actually SS. Humans has Magician. Magician, I told you before, this guy, incredible. Demonic has Giants. It's also an S, that is competing in the SS tier with Cassio. And I think for Undead, it might be the Undead Warrior. But let's see. Let's see. He's worse than the rest of his since still doesn't proc. Yeah, he's not as good as the Lich. But you have also to keep in mind his stats. His stats are really good. 430,000 HP is not bad. If you think about it, look at this. Undead don't really have a really strong tank. 300 HP. It's also a warrior. 340. And then you have like your frontline like Robe. But yeah, without insta-kill, I mean, this dealing a lot of damage, his damage stat is also good. And this is AoE damage. With also a chance to kill. At 5 enemies the chance is good. The passive normal attack is not that great because your attack speed is also not that fast. The mummy is only good if you kill someone, but if you kill someone, you are already on the winning side. The good thing is he's really tanky, so he's your undead tank, to be honest. So maybe, yeah, having like at least one black robe in the front line is, I don't know, maybe good. But now I would like to see something. Okay. And yeah, and his defense is also pretty good. So this is why his stats making him SS. Because he can prolong, he is tanky. He can't tank anything. Well, 3-3 with 4-3. It's actually not bad. 3-3 with, wait, how much does he has? Ah, there we go, 4-3 with 3-3. 4-3 with 3-3. More than this. 4-3 with 3-3. And yes, of course, Darklord is a tank, X-Lord is a tank. I mean for the Undead faction, because the Undead... Well, I mean you have actually your Undead Warrior which acts like a tank. Yeah, but again, the longer the fight goes, the better it goes for you. And this again is the rock, paper, scissors system which I'm telling all the time. Black Robe is good against Demonic. First of all, Demonic SSS is Wizard, so summonings, he's good against summonings. His insta-kill against like Giant and Cassio, not with his skill, but with his passive. But yeah, he's not good, not that good against Talos. Yeah, Talos is eating Black Robe. And Magician is also damaging the Black Robe, just really good. Against the Pirate King he's good, but because of the Pirate. But yeah, Talos from humans eating him. He's eating the Wizard from Demonic. But it's about, he's not the SSS elite. Tanks generally have a defense steroid. Yeah. I don't say he is a tank. I say he is tanky. He has a lot of HP. Also, Undead, you have to think about this. Undead have lifesteal. Like if you go for Undead lineup, they have more attack and lifesteal. And this guy has actually already high attack. So if you get this attack even higher with the high attack and lifesteal, you want to have your life pool high, not your defense high. And your attack, you want to have your attack high. So this would conclude actually my Undead. So let's put this in the middle. No, let's actually keep it this way. I think you see this. Okay, so let's make a quick let's make a super quick sum up of this. Okay, super quick sum up of this. Why is it this way? Okay, we have the Necro Dragon on B. Necro Dragon on B. Why is he on B? He is good, but he is bad alone. He is good if you have 2 or 3 of them, and he is superb if you fight against a tank. Having 3 of them against a tank is just melting. Okay, we have Gargoyle, Mummy, and Devil Prince on A. Why Mummy? Mummy overall is, the stats are quite okay. He's more of a supporter. He just stuns them, and yeah, that's practically it. Then we have the Gargoyle. Okay, Gargoyle, super strong, super fast attack. The only problem is he dies fast. So if you burst him down, he's just dead. Other than this, he has great survivability against tanks units because of because of this talent 3 with lifesteal. Also, if you go for 5 undead, you all the time have lifesteal, and yeah, he's a really good damage dealer with a really high attack speeds, but dies to burst way too fast. Okay, then we have the Devil Prince. Why is the Devil Prince out of SS of an A? Because his stats are actually not great. His stats are garbage. Also, he doesn't really quite fit well in the Undead scheme. What is good is though he's taking one of most of the time the tanks out of the fight, so your team can fight the others. So he's more of a helping hand. So again, a supporter like Mummy. He's really good at supporting. He's good at doing this. Your team is going to praise him, but overall he's like not that superb guy that you just, I don't know, want to have. Then we have the Hellmage. The Hellmage is S tier. Why is the Hellmage S tier? Really high damage and overall good stats for a DPS ranged unit. Your attack is also really strong, so your damage is really good, really reliable, good damage for the Hellmage. This is why he's S tier. But not against summonings. That's it. Against summonings, he is just your way to go. SSS, all the way to go, because you have you tell him 1, a lot of damage, AoE, everyone is burning. If they die, they explode, everyone is burning. If they die, you refresh your cooldown of talent 1, which means you throw a fireball, everyone is burning. If someone dies, everyone explodes, and so on and so on. So against summonings, he's the way to go. If enemy goes summonings, go Hellmage, you're going to have a super easy life. And the same goes with the Black Robe. Why is the wait, no. That's now the Undead Warrior. The Undead Warrior is again a hidden gem, like the Giant and Demonic, and like Magician in the human race. These are hidden gems that are hiding behind this S rarity, but are in truly just SS. Why is it this way? Your Undead Warrior is just a beastie strong tank. So he offsets damage. If he gets getting damage, he heals it up itself. He heals up himself, and then enemy damage is like wasted, and they want to beat him down again. But if he's low, he's going to heal himself back again. I saw this so many times in PvE and in PvP arena, where my Undead Warrior was almost dead, and then he healed up himself, and like it goes like this all the time. Also, what really makes him SS is that his Bloodthirst making him control immune. CC in this game is OP. CC in this game is just ultra good. And being immune to CC, wow. Also it's offset to fatal attacks, and it lasts for 6 seconds. So 6 seconds CC. 6 seconds crowd control immunity. You can do whatever you want. It's, I don't know, if you play Dota, it's like a Black King bar on a Huskar. I mean, if you played it. If not, then I don't know how to tell you this. But yeah, you can't die, you heal him, you heal yourself, you're dealing a lot of damage. This is why he's a hidden gem. Let's go with the Black Robe. Why is Black Robe only SS and not SSS, even though he is SSS on the rarity? Well, the thing is, he again is reliable. He relies on actual summonings. He's really good against summonings. Why is he not as Hellmage on S? Because of his stats. His stats overall are pretty decent. He has really good HP pool. He has really good good attack stats, and he's also really good in PvE. PvE, yes, take him. Take him, you have a chance to kill an enemy. 7% chance, like you attack, 7% chance you can to kill. Which means in PvE, you just roll the dice over and over and over again until it goes into your favor, and then you're happy. Hehe. In PvP, you can't rely on this. Also, his attack powers, like his Dark Pact attack is really good with his high attack damage already, and also another 50% chance to kill, but not against tanks, unfortunately. Yeah, his talent 1 is a waste if you're not already in the winning position, or if you're not fighting against summonings. And his talent 3 is, if this procs, then I'm not sure if you really want this, you know? So if someone tries to burst down the Black Robe, you actually heal yourself full, so it's like a second life. You're almost dead, second life, one time full refill, but that only procs once, so the next time it's going to 0, it's over. So I see the Black Robe working with, let's say, Necro Dragons, you know? You have like, I don't know, 1, 2 Black Robes and 3 Necro Dragons. I see, for instance, something like this working out. If you're not fighting against summonings, of course you want a Black Robe and Hell Mages and stuff like this. And now let's go to the God tier. Like every race has this God tier, right? In humans it was Talos that was just godlike. In Demonic it was Wizard that is just godlike, and now we have Lich that is also godlike. If you have Lich, you are a happy man. You're really, really happy man. I have Lich, I'm so happy. First I got Lich, I was happy, but I was not as happy. I wanted the Black Robe. Now that we've done the tier list, I realized Black Robe is not as good as Lich, and I'm so happy that I have Lich. Lich is just huge. You have CC, you have even more CC, you have damage, you have more damage, you have more CC damage. You are just huge, and yeah, what else can I say? Take Lich. Lich is good. I want 3 Liches in my team. Why? Because they're good. Maybe I want 5 Liches in my team. I'm not sure. No, actually I want 1 Undead Warrior. 1 Undead Warrior and maybe 4 Liches or 3 Liches. Yeah, 1 Undead Warrior, 1 Hell Mage, 3 Liches. Maybe a little bit too much backline. Well, we'll see. Anyway, that concludes the tier list of the Undead. I hope it's helpful.